Absolute wild one. It's kind of a microcosm of our season if you think about it. All the stuff that's kind of went on in that game. Super proud of the guys that fought back. We weren't playing well. We didn't have a rhythm. Super, very, very frustrated. You know, down bodies and had to play guys long shifts, and we found a way to win it. So I'm extremely pleased and proud of our effort there. Of course, we made a ton of really big plays at the right times. Ant's defense on Ingram was incredible. Cat found his rhythm and really got some energy in the building and turned that game around for us offensively. But everyone else just really battled and fought.
Chris, it obviously got really emotional there in the second quarter. What did you see in the Rudy Kyle situation?
It's very frustrating. A couple blown assignments. A lot on the line tonight. We're not proud of that behavior by anybody. We really haven't dug too far into the root cause of it. But guys are just frustrated. We weren't playing well. We weren't sharing the ball. We weren't. We're getting beat in all the little areas. We look sluggish, like you deal on a back-to-back, but I think the gravity of the game made it feel like, we were in a little bit of panic mode, and we, just trying to get calmed down there. So.
For Rudy as a veteran, is that, disappointing to see?
It's certainly not something that we condone. Veterans can get upset too, so I don't, want to be too hard on him, but obviously it's not something we're going to be able to tolerate here. And I'm sure he's already remorseful. I haven't had a chance to speak with him about it. Do
you have any thought on if you can play going forward in terms of discipline or
that'll be handled internally, and just got to talk to Tim and everything. But.
How did you see your guys sort of, whether it was calm down or come together after those moments and coming out of the halftime gates there?
I don't know if we really ever calmed down until midway through the third. It was pretty emotional at half still too. Just trying to preach to the guys that we were down 8. We had the ball to start. We didn't start the third well. And I looked up after 3 minutes and we were down 7. So somehow we managed to win the first 3 to 4 minutes, but I didn't feel like it. I just kept saying, we're making too much of it. It's a long game, a lot of game. You just got to stay calm down there. I think we did a good job of leaving the refs alone. We were on the refs a lot early, probably as a distraction, and just started focusing on the things that we could do well.
The threes from Cat to start the fourth, is that exactly what you needed in that time for him to come
through?
Absolutely.
It all stemmed from finding defensive rhythm. We were able to get him slowed down for a little bit, rebounded well. We got a bunch of strips, and we were able to get out and run and kind of shake him loose. And, Cat at the top of the floor, as we know, is very, very dangerous. And, we haven't been real great at, finding him in the flow there. But tonight we did, and it was huge.
What's the word on Jaden McDaniels?
Yeah, so, out of frustration, he reacts and, I guess punches the wall. And, so I'm not sure exactly where we stand with all that, but unfortunate again. So,
how did you go about replacing Jaden's minutes tonight? And if he does have to miss time going forward, how do you make up for his, unique role in this team?
Well, he's Kyle Anderson has been huge for us all year in a starting capacity. TP's been playing real well the last run of games. Nikhil, I thought, was good. We just have to find a way to just cover ground, but it's something we've done all season, and we'll figure it out when we know exactly where we stand and who our opponent is and what we feel like we can do to try to affect the matchups.
Was that just kind of, especially in the second half, just kind of the peak of who Ant can be in given situations when?
Yeah, he's always, he's always makes. Well, first of all, he took the challenge of Ingram, from early on. Every time we got him on him, and I thought he did a really good job in the first half of just kind of setting the tone defensively on him. They made a ton of big plays, whether it be steals or that incredible block. For sure. Normally he's putting a lot of juice in the gym with his offense, but tonight I think his defense is what lifted our energy tonight more than anything else.
Jaden, is that just a really bad time and way to learn a bad lesson?
Yeah, I mean, immaturity, certainly immaturity. Like, it's been one of our kind of issues all season, been immature at the wrong times. Probably points to why we're, 3-9 or 3-10 against some of the teams that we should be better against. But those days are gone. We got to focus now on what we got and what we can move forward with. And I guess we play the Lakers, so head out there.